Thanks again for helping me finish to paint that room.
It's the least I could do after everything you've done for me.
It's worth nothing, ma'am.
It's everything to me. I'm so glad you found me and brought me here.
Yeah, well, I consider myself the lucky one in that situation. You've made me the happiest I've been since I came to this island.
Why did you come to this island? I mean, it's because of that evil man you told me about in Harmony, forced you to leave. Are you hiding out here on St. Lisa's?
Did that take your mind off Teresa being Julian's widow?
Teresa.
I wanted the others to leave because what I have to say to you doesn't concern them. As far as Julian's murder investigation goes, I'm not playing favorites. And any talk to the contrary will be treated as slander, understood? And I'm not out to referee your feud over who the real Mrs. Crane is. And I don't care that Eve and TC are my best friends, or that Ethan is my son. What I care about is finding Julian's killer and making him or her pay for their crime. So starting tomorrow, I'll be taking statements from everyone who's a suspect. And I'll expect each of you to voluntarily make your way down to headquarters. Now, if I have to come looking for you, I'll assume it's because they have something to hide. Now, if you are Julian's killer, you might as well step up to the plate, because sooner or later, I'll arrest you for his murder. I swear to God I will.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me highest. Breathe in, breathe out, keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Now, have I taken your mind off your troubles?
Actually, the only thing I was thinking about is the way you kiss.
That's what I wanted.
Look, Beth, about the kiss.
Oh, no.
What?
No, I didn't mean to make things weird between us, Luis. You were so upset. I was just trying to make you feel better.
Hey, you did make me feel better. Beth, I just wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, for me to be so forward.
Oh,
No,
no.
I had no right to kiss you, Luis.
Beth, it's okay. Hey, I was just startled.
No, I crossed the line. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Beth, wait!
I'm sorry.
Beth, wait! Beth, I'm not upset! Beth!
You're not upset? Well, I sure as hell am.
Like, what the hell are you doing here?
I was trying to get your life back on track by getting you and Beth talking. Problem is, you don't know when to shut up and pucker up.
You're the one who smashed the window, set off the alarm, trying to get me and Beth alone together.
Yep.
Causing a false emergency is a crime, Hank.
No, Luis. The only crime here is you being such a fool.
It's true, isn't it? That horrible man that you told me about forced you to leave Harmony, so now you're hiding out here.
Don't ask, don't tell. That's the rule of the island, remember?
But we weren't on St. Lisa's when you opened up about your past. So come on, tell me who did this to you.
Damn Julian Crane. He's the reason that I had to leave Harmony so many years ago. He's the reason that my brother hates me. He's the reason that I had to leave everyone that I loved.
If you know what's good for you and your family, don't get out of here. You leave Harmony. You will never come back. Your whole family will be destroyed. Their lives will be ruined because of you.
There's no point in telling you the guy's name. It wouldn't mean anything to you anyway. And as for hiding out here, well, I like it here on the island. I could think of worse places to be. Everyone's nice here. It's beautiful. Why are you staring at me like that?
I think you came to the island to hide out, but I think you stayed because of Liz.
What?
Brian, I'm not stupid. I've picked up on the vibes between you and Liz. I can tell you two used to have something intimate. So what happened? Why did it end? Or did it?
Well, that's all I have to say for now. But I'll expect to see each of you tomorrow.
Now that Rebecca has accused you of killing Julian, I'm really afraid that you will become a suspect, Teresa.
You know, Whitney is right.
Julian let me think that he'd help Ethan. But he got me drunk. He got me pregnant. Well, if it wasn't for Julian, I'd still have Ethan. I've lost everything and it's all your fault. Damn you, Julian. Damn you. Look, don't worry about things until they happen, Mama. Okay? I wasn't accused of anything by anyone who matters. And Chief Bennett actually defended me to Rebecca.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
Mama,
that...
I wasn't the only one who had a gun.
Dear God, I still cannot believe it. So many people had guns that night. Myself included. Only Julian Crane could make otherwise God-fearing, law-abiding people, act so out of character.
Exactly. Everyone at Ivy's party had a gun. Even Ivy and Rebecca. And Chief Bennett can't prove whether or not we fired our guns because we threw them away.
But even so many
Mama,
others...
Relax, okay? It's gonna be all right. All right. Now, I need to speak to the maitre d' about the bill. I will be right back.
You took my daughter's innocence, Julian Crane. You will pay. You will pay. Sam will not stop until he discovers who killed Julian. No matter who it is.
Well, it sounds like Chief Bennett won't stop until he finds out who killed Julian and arrests them.
Yeah, Sam's like a pit bull that way.
I have no doubt that he'll find out who's the guilty party.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna call the house and see how Simone's doing, okay?
Okay. Mom, I left my purse at the table. I'll get it. Here.
I hope Sam's investigation doesn't destroy my family.
Nervous about Sam catching the killer, Eve?
Just go away, Ivy. I'm not in the mood.
Okay, change the subject. Have you reconsidered changing those DNA test results?
No, I haven't. And your little intimidation tactics, having Chad play that tape of me singing, they aren't going to work. Because I'm not going to do anything to help you keep the lid on all your lies.
You know, I have a lot on my plate right now. What with being crippled and in constant pain, but I'm sure I can find room to destroy your life.
Hey, Whitney, wait up.
You know, Chad, I wish you would do what my father asked you to do and just leave me alone.
Relax, okay? I just bought some new CDs that I thought you might like.
Well, Despite what you think, music isn't what's important to me.
Music is what's important to you, Whitney. You just won't admit it.
Chad, will you please mind your own business? All right? I'm happy with my life just the way it is. Thank you.
You ain't happy, Whitney. Not by a long shot.
You don't have to apologize for needing me to make a statement about Julian's murder. I understand completely. What I don't understand is what's gotten into Teresa and claiming she's Julian's wife.
Well, I'm not a lawyer like you, son. But it seems to me that Teresa has a valid claim to the Crane fortune. That legally, she is Mrs. Julian Crane.
Call Mr. Harper first thing in the morning. He's the Crane family's personal attorney. And he'll take care of the bill for everyone's dinner.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Crane.
Thank you.
Unless you accept pesos, you can't accept payment from her for everyone's dinner. Yes, little Miss Evita has no claim to the Crane fortune, none whatsoever. Rebecca and I are not going to stand by and let you pass yourself off as Julian's widow. Yeah. This ends here and now. Stop playing dress-up, little girl, or the real women are going to grind you into dust.
How am I the fool? You're the one who threw a rock through the window for no reason.
Man, what do I have to do? Spell it out for you? I broke the window to get you and Beth together. Get you two talking.
Yeah?
And it worked, too. Till a certain thick-headed fool let Beth get away. Man, how could you do it, Luis? How could any man let a woman get away after a kiss like that?
You were watching us?
Hey, it wasn't for kicks, buddy. Like the one you need in the pants for screwing this up.
Look, Hank, I really wish that you would stop playing Cupid, okay? I don't even know if I'm ready to move on to another woman right now.
Losing Sheridan's been really... It's just been hell on you. But she even said in her letter that you need to move on with your life.
I know. All right, I know.
You said that Teresa's suicide attempt over Ethan was a wake-up call for you. That you needed to be more of a realist to help Teresa deal with her own fantasies of love. Be a realist, Luis. Beth is real. Her love is real. You know? Walk the talk, man. Don't blow this chance with Beth. Make the most of it. Have an incredible relationship with this incredible woman.
Okay, I know what you're trying to do, okay?
Yes or no, Luis? Are you going to do it? Are you going to be the realist that you want Teresa to be?
So why did your relationship with Liz end?
Lots of reasons.
Like?
Well, for one, I wasn't ready to be in a serious relationship. I mean, to me, relationships are never serious.
Well, what about Liz? Was the relationship serious for her?
We talked about it afterwards. I mean, we both understand why it had to end. Just the good thing is that we were able to remain friends throughout. Liz, she's a fine woman.
She's the best.
You're staring at me again.
I was just wondering if you've been involved with anyone else on the island besides Liz.
Doc gave me this physical once that I'll never forget. I'm just kidding. The truth of the matter is that, yeah, there's been other women. Women that come here on vacation looking for a guy like me.
Aren't you just full of yourself? I mean, not like you don't have a right to be. You are drop-dead gorgeous. You don't have to brag about it, though.
No, I don't. Not when I've got you to do that for me.
You are such a conceited womanizer.
I'm just saying that women come here looking for a guy like me. I mean, you know, somebody that's not out to be in a relationship. They come down here on vacation. They want an island fling, and they don't want any strings attached.
And that's okay with you? I mean, to be in a relationship that doesn't mean anything? I mean, is that what you want?
Wait a minute. Now I know why you're asking me all these questions about relationships. You're wanting to know if I'm free to be in one with you. And the answer is yes, Diana. I am free to be in a relationship with you. We can be together. I want that more than anything.
You really think Teresa has a claim to the Crane billions?
Oh, she married Julian and is pregnant with his baby.
But Teresa wasn't legally Julian's wife since the divorce to my mother was invalid.
I don't think it was.
Why not?
Well, Julian divorced Ivy in Bermuda, which, unless I'm mistaken, is governed by British law. And since we recognize British law here in the States, Julian divorce is valid. As far as Rebecca, her marriage to Julian doesn't count because Teresa was already married to him.
It's pretty complicated, I know.
I don't see how you can represent Ivy in trying to get Julian's divorce dismissed and be Teresa's defense attorney if Rebecca's accusation that Teresa killed Julian proves true.
And I guess as far as defending Teresa goes, old feelings die hard.
Teresa keeps claiming that she's the only Mrs. Crane. Things could get even more complicated for you and your mother.
You are not Mrs. Crane, Teresa. You don't have the money to pay for everyone's dinner.
Yeah, is everything all right?
Oh, I'm fine, Mama. Everything is fine. Okay, Ivy, since you seem to think that you're Mrs. Crane, write the maitre d' a check for dinner from your Crane account.
You know I can't do that.
Okay, Rebecca. Since you seem to think that you're Mrs. Crane, use a Crane credit card to pay the bill.
I don't have my Crane gold card, but neither do you.
I don't need a Crane credit card. I am Mrs. Julian Crane.
No, I am.
So either pay the bill with your Crane money or shut up. Their silence speaks volumes, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, call Harper first thing in the morning and he'll take care of the bill.
Will do.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Mama?
Damn that little fajita. Teresa will never, ever get her hands on the Crane fortune.
Hank, look, I hear what you're saying, okay? I'm just not sure if I'm ready to move on with Beth or with any other woman, okay? Look, I just got some things I gotta think about. Things I gotta work out, you know?
Come on, Louise. You know, let loose a little. Be a little bit spontaneous like Antonio was, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, why don't I be spontaneous like Antonio was? Why don't I just take off and abandon my family?
Easy, buddy, easy. I didn't mean to set you off by bringing up Antonio. It's just that when we were kids, the coolest thing that I remember about him was his spontaneity.
All right, well, I'm different, okay? I'm different than Antonio. That guy, you know, he just flew by the seat of his pants. I'm responsible, careful, and in control.
But you can't control love or relationships. They can't be planned out. They just happen if you let them happen.
So what am I supposed to do? Just throw caution to the wind and not worry about if I hurt Beth or not?
No, I'm just saying that loosen up a little. Think about how Beth feels about you, or how you used to feel about Beth. You know? Be open to what can happen, and if it does, for God's sakes, run with it, man.
Look, Hank, I know what you're trying to do, but I just
No
don't.
buts, all right, man? Just think about what I said. Think about Beth. You know? Throw a little of that caution to wind. Be spontaneous.
spontaneous.
I'm free, Diana. I am free to be in a relationship with you.
Brian, I'm not quite sure that's what I was asking.
Yeah, but that's what I want. See, you are different than any woman I've ever gone out with. Maybe that's why I got involved in these relationships that I knew would never get past a certain point. Because deep down in my soul, I knew I was waiting for you.
It's not really good come up.
Or alcohol. It's the truth. And for the record, I've never lied to anyone that I've been involved with. I've always been open and honest the same way that I have been with you.
I believe you.
You mean the world to me. I just hope I mean something to you, too. Good. Good, I'm glad. Then let's make it official. Let's just skip the dating stuff and go straight to being in a relationship with all that goes along with that kind of commitment.
Brian...
In fact, I got a great idea. Why don't we fly to Bermuda tonight and we'll get married?
Dr. Russell, do you hate music?
No, I don't hate music, Chad.
Well then, why don't you want Whitney to sing?
I'm not going to get into this with you because it's none of your business.
Well, you must hate music, Dr. Russell, because you lied to me. You said you wanted this tape because you liked the lady's voice, but then you just went ahead and trashed it. Why'd you do that?
You cannot recognize that little gold digger as Mrs. Crane. No, she's a liar and a slut.
Well, with all due respect, I've been reading the tabloids, and as far as I'm concerned, Teresa has the strongest claim to the title of Mrs. Julian Crane. And I can't afford to be on the bad side of the Cranes if I want to do business in harmony.
Well, you definitely set some people off for claiming to be Mrs. Julian Crane.
I know. Ivy and Rebecca do look burned, don't they?
So, is this another step in your plan to try to win Ethan back? Because I really don't see how proclaiming to be Julian's widow could make Ethan ever want to take you back.
Whitney, I'm just claiming what's rightfully mine. And no one's gonna stop me. Not Ivy, not Rebecca, not even Ethan.
Brian, us get married? I don't...
Hey, I'm just joking, okay?
Brian...
I'm gonna go get some more wood for the fire. I wish you could have seen your face when I said, let's get married. One day I won't be joking, Diana. One day you'll be mine.
Good night, Mother. Sam's gonna drop me off at the B&B.
Well, I'm glad the two of you are getting along so well. That, at least, is a dream come true.
For me, too.
Mother, I know you're still upset about Teresa claiming to be Julian's widow.
Upset? Upset? No. Ethan, I am livid. The nerve of that little gold digger.
Mother, calm down. All right, I think the best thing to do is wait. And give Teresa time to see that she's making a mistake.
Yes, well, that's what Chamberlain said about Hitler before he invaded Czechoslovakia, and look what happened.
Talk tomorrow. Good night.
I will wipe that smug smile off her face if it's the last thing I do.
You know, your claiming to be Julian's widow may have some validity. But let's say you do win that fight. Ethan is never going to want to take you back.
Well, what did
Ethan say that we should do about Teresa?
He thinks we should wait until she gives up her claim as Julian's widow.
No way! We have got to take care of Teresa tonight, no matter what we have to do.
Why did you trash the tape, Dr. Russell?
It wasn't to my taste.
Well, the song was great, all right? And the singer's voice was great.
There in a cloud inside. No more hush, little baby. Don't you cry. And I don't know why.
They won't like you. You could fight me, but I know you want me as much as I want you, don't you, Eve? Don't you?
I still don't get why you hate music so much.
I don't hate music, Chad. That song was just setting the wrong mood. Look, everybody in Harmony is still very tense from Julian's murder. And besides, it was embarrassing Whitney, reminding her of the other night.
Look, I know Whitney getting drugged must have really scared you. But to get freaked out over a song on a tape?
I have to explain myself to you, Chad.
Well, then explain it to your daughter. Tell Whitney why you trashed this tape. You see this, Whitney? This is what your mother did. You know why? Because she hates music. Why? I don't know. But it's become apparent to me now why she's been pushing you away from music your whole life.
Honey, just ignore him.
Go ahead and tell her, Whitney. Tell her. Tell her how much music means to you.
Royce,
Yeah.
what are you doing here?
Came to ask you something.
What?
Will you have dinner with me tomorrow night?
Oh. No. I'm sorry, but I won't have dinner with you.
Just proclaiming yourself, Mrs. Julian Crane, isn't going to work, Teresa.
We are never going to let you get away with this.
Aren't you has-beens tired of these little scenes?
Has-beens?
Don't you have anything else better to do, like fleas to scratch, cud to chew?
You vicious little bitch.
We have one goal, little Teresita, and that is to stop you dead in your tracks.
We're not going to let you get away with this power play.
You have no choice. Julian's divorce from you was valid. And since I was his wife at the time, your marriage to Julian was a bigger joke than you are. Bottom line, I was the last woman legally married to Julian before he was murdered, which makes me the one and the only Mrs. Julian Crane.
What has happened to my daughter? I don't know who she is anymore.
You know, I don't like you interrogating my mother like this. She's a wonderful woman. And so what if she destroyed some stupid tape? No. What you don't understand is that she loves me. And she doesn't want me ruining my life.
By singing?
The music world is full of drugs, sex, alcohol. She's protecting me from that, Chad. She doesn't want that for me.
Whitney, it ain't just the music world, okay? The real world's also filled with alcohol, drugs, and sex. Being part of that scene just depends on who you're hanging out with, that's all.
You know what?
I told you I didn't want you around my family ever again.
And I heard you the first time. You're wrong about me. And one day I'll prove it to you.
Sweetheart, I need a moment alone with your mother.
Yes, Daddy.
Eve, I heard what's going on. Why did you destroy the tape?
Oh, TC, just let me...
Sweetheart, you don't have to explain, all right? I know that you're upset about Julian's murder investigation, and you took your frustration out of the tape. But baby, don't worry. They won't get me for killing Julian.
TC, what do you know about Julian's murder?
Whitney.
Chad, please, you're not supposed to be talking to me, remember?
Admit it. You'd be going to New York with me right now and living your dream if your mom hadn't called you and guilted you into being her good little girl and staying here, right?
Nope. You have no idea what you're talking about,
Hey,
all right?
what's going on?
Chad won't leave me alone.
Well, I hope you never leave her alone, Chad. I hope you
Teresa.
can convince Whitney of two simple truths in her life. That she loves music, and she loves you.
Beth, why won't you have dinner with me?
Because I don't want your pity.
Pity?
Yes, I know you just feel bad because I was embarrassed about, kissing you earlier.
Beth, look, you got it all wrong. I'm asking you out because I want to spend time with you.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay. Yes, I would love to have dinner with you tomorrow night.
I'll pick you up at 8.
Perfect. Something wrong? What was that for?
Nothing. That was just me. Just being spontaneous. Yeah.
Well, I liked it.
Yeah. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
That was beautiful. What made you decide to serenade me?
Seeing your perfect face in the firelight.
Do you do this often?
Only when I'm entranced by an incredible beauty like yours.
Brian,
I guess I just have that spontaneous gene.
what's that spontaneous gene telling you to do now?
Sorry to speak the truth and run, but it is getting late. Whit, look, I'm your friend. Please listen to what I've said. Live the life that's in your heart, not your parents' dream for you.
Teresa's right, You do love music. And you love me.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, I do. I just hope you come around soon, that's all, because it'd be a shame for 20 years to go by before you wake up and realize that it's too late.
jumpy, aren't we? Well, I guess that's what happens when your life is just a minefield of secrets waiting to blow up in your face.
Actually, Ivy, you're the one who should be jumpy. Figuratively, of course. Because when those DNA test results come back proving that John isn't Grace's son, you're gonna lose any hope you ever had of getting Sam back.
That's not going to happen, Eve. Because you are going to change those DNA test results, or I will destroy you just like you destroyed that tape. But then again, you could lose everything anyway.
How so?
Sam's hunt for Julian's killer could lead straight to your doorstep, revealing things that you or your husband don't want anyone else to know. Especially your precious daughters. Naive.
I worry about you fighting with Ivy and Rebecca. They'll do anything to keep their wealth and status, Mia.
It's
anything.
all right, Mama. Okay, come on. I'm ready to give them hell.
Good night, Mrs. Crane.
Good night.
I meant, good night, Mrs. Teresa Crane.
Good night.
Teresa, what you are doing, it isn't right.
Mama, it is right. I am Mrs. Julian Crane. Please, wait here and I will go get the car.
My Teresita has declared war and she has no idea of the consequences. Her life, our lives, the lives of everyone close to us will be damaged forever.